It is time for the 2016 PWBA Tour on CBS Sports Network. The Greater Detroit Open Finals features 4 of the best bowlers in the world, all competing for prize money and a tour title. Welcome everyone to Bowling on CBS Sports Network. Great to have you with us alongside Tour superstar Kelly Kulick. I'm Dave Ryan. And Kelly, 3 of our 4 finals, international stars trying to make a big impact here today.
Yeah, you know, Dave, we've had 3 winners so far this year, 1 from Singapore. Now, going in the stepladder finals, we have Tanya Rumenpir from Indonesia. She will face Stephanie Johnson in the opening match. Lee Jane from Malaysia, qualified 2nd seed. And that winner will go on to face Rocio Restrepo from Colombia, looking for her first title this year.
Stephanie Johnson, season to date, Kelly, she's bowled very well. Reigning Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, look at Stephanie's stats. I mean, they speak for herself. She's only missed 1 cashing event, and that was at the Sonoma County Open. She finished 4th at the Players Championship, and now she's looking for her first title of the 2016 season for the Greater Detroit Open.
Won in Wichita last year. What about her game do you like right now?
Stephanie's game is so sound. Her physical fundamentals are solid. She's got great ball speed, great leverage through the delivery, and with her ball speed, she's going to create a lot of pin action.
She'll try to top Rocio Restrepo, who's at the top of her game.
Yeah, Rocio's been channeling something within her inner self. She's been looking for guidance. She's worked with Del Ballard and Hank Boomershine from the Storm Company. Being the first seed's got to boost her confidence. She might walk away with her first title.
Kelly, when we come back, it's time to bowl. Only one PWBA bowler will take home the 2016 PWBA Greater Detroit Open Finals title. Who will it be? Stay locked in here at CBS Sports Network to find out. It is time to bowl on CBS Sports Network, the PWBA Greater Detroit Open Stepladder Finals. And Kelly, let's check into the future for the sport lane pattern.
Well, Dave, the girls, we all bowled on 44 feet of oil this week, a high volume of oil, about 30 milliliters. It kind of Christmas trees. So the girls are going to play in the middle part of the lane and kind of keep the 3-pin in play at all times for all righties on the lane itself. Curve oil is what they're using, very friendly, but it's going to create a lot of hook. So all the girls are going to play in the same part of the lane and make the adjustments, see how they break down over time.
Tanya Rumenpir will lead things off. Longtime member of the Indonesian national team. And the lone American will step up next in Stephanie Johnson.
Now, Tanya's no stranger to the telecast. She's been on a telecast in previous years. 16-17 at the Arrows. High on the head pin, catches a lucky break through the face to carry the strike.
Sometimes you need that early break to springboard you into a really good TV show. We'll find out.
Absolutely. Stephanie Johnson, 32 years of age, 1 title underneath her belt.
Just outside Dallas, Grand Prairie. Good shot to begin things for Stephanie Johnson.
One of my fellow teammates on Team USA. What she does so well is she keeps her angles nice and tight and her arm swing always in front of her. Right around 12 or 13, hits the 1-3 flush. Pins have nowhere to go except back. Strike is on the board.
4 years, Junior Team USA, 12 years, Senior Team USA. Great international career for Stephanie Johnson. Now ready to make some noise again for a 2nd straight year on the PWBA Tour. 2nd frame. Oh, 10 down, locked in early. Stephanie Johnson.
Four-step approach. Push away goes slightly forward. Hand action at the bottom of the swing. Here's about 14, 15 at the break point, right around 44 feet. Again, that's the length of the pattern itself. Not going to give the pocket away.
Rumenpir next up. Comes in high. 6'10" stands for Tanya.
Just a young age of 26 years old. Looking for her first title. Became a member of the tour this year. All the way from Indonesia. We have just been pulling from the best pool of world bowlers all around coming out for this ladies tour.
Covers at 6'10" nicely. Former collegiate star at Wichita State, a powerhouse program on the men's and women's side. second at the International Singles, Intercollegiate Singles Championships, back-to-back years, 2013 and 2014.
Two-time most valuable player collegiately. We saw her in a telecast a few years ago on the Queens. Third frame.
All 10 down. No 7-10 there for Tanya, but any player who does convert a 7-10 split on our CBS Sports Network Finals will receive a $100,000 bonus courtesy of Ultimate Bowling Products.
Tanya's got a 5-step approach. Now Del Ballard, the tour rep for the Storm Products, told her to keep it just inside that tracer down the lane. By doing that, it's almost like the ball is going directly towards the 3-pin, just tips up, makes that subtle motion inward towards the pocket. Stephanie working on a double, though, going into the third frame with a 10-pin lead.
In the groove. Really good start for our bowlers here.
Let's look at Stephanie's approach. 4 steps, big first step. Gets the ball past the swing. On the second step, more heel toe. Look how steady her head is. All the girls have had that backswing where it's just slightly higher than the shoulder itself. Foot comes to a complete stop through. Trail leg nice tucked behind her. And wow, what long limbs, what long arms she has to give that projection, that trajectory through the front part of the lane.
Looks for the front 4. Perfect start. Doesn't continue. And the 4-7 stands for Stephanie.
As we see on this delivery, she's slightly inside of where she was. She's around 16, 17. That one not quite far as right. Here's board 15 from this indicator. So not as far right down the lane. Comes up high into the pocket. 2-pin wraps itself around 4-7.
No 300 game here for either of our competitors, but any player who does bowl a 300 game on our CBS Sports Network Finals receives a $10,000 bonus. Picks up a spare, has the mark, 4-7 down. That bonus from the PWBA. Back to Tanya, her 4th frame.
It's a routine within Tanya to swing her arm. She's swinging through her target or feeling the swing, the length of it, but staying in the moment is going to be her key that she keyed in all week long.
Comes it high, avoids the big 4, but still the 4-6-7 to deal with.
Yeah, I love Tanya's delivery on that step. 5-step approach, big first step, push the ball in on the second step, pass the knee on the third, gets that really quick step, that power step. Her hips are somewhat more square here. But then again, high backswing for Tanya. Left arm pulls back. 2 pins on the strike equals 4, but an open for Tanya in the 4th frame.
So the early open. Always interesting to see how that affects the match.
10 frames, a lot of frames in one game.
Her numbers heading into the TV show.
223 average, 4-2 in match play. We've seen a lot of high averages this year on the tour itself.
All 10 down for the National Collegiate Bowling Coaches Association MVP. National Player of the Year, back-to-back years, 2012-13 and 2013-14. Dual degree from Wichita State. Some assistance from tour rep Del Ballard, Hall of Famer himself.
Looking at Stephanie's stats, she averaged higher than Tanya at 228, but the match play record of 2 and 4, where those bonus pins come into play, still led her to be in this position today on the show.
All 10 down. And some energy and emotion from Stephanie Johnson.
Ball moves on that first step slightly forward and upward. She's got such great hand action at the bottom of her swing. Here's 47 feet at the end of the pattern. Ball's just going to tip up just ever so slightly, not change a hard direction, but a subtle one.
For good reason, great shot.
I have to say, sometimes bowling against Stephanie is tough. I'm proud to say she's my teammate, and I'm glad she's on my team for Team USA.
Gold medal last year for you, Stephanie, Team USA. All 10 down, stays hot. Has the double, 5th and 6th, and has herself a 40-pin lead. Stephanie Johnson looking for another championship. Off to a great start. 5 strikes already. Pin lead, Stephanie Johnson with a double, 5th and 6th frame. Tanya can cut into the lead here, though. Reduce it to 30 pins, works on a strike, 6th frame. She needs a rally and needs it now. That's how you start. Perfect hit in the 1-3 pocket, blitzing through all 10.
Tanya's been working on getting more ball speed over the past 2 or 3 years. Keeps the ball in line, as Del Ballard said, just wants the ball to tip up and make that subtle motion towards the pocket. Great ball reaction right there. Way to bounce back, catches the double.
Member of the Indonesian national team since 2005. Lots of success. Asian Games, Southeast Asian Games. In addition to the great career at Wichita State we told you about.
Yeah, and if you look at her shirt, it's pretty much of the world. Places she's been, places she wants to go and compete.
Comes in high, avoids the big 4. But the very difficult 6, 7, 10.
That had a push. Didn't have enough push down the lane. Slightly inward. 17, 18 at the arrows. She's right around board 15 and Stephanie is, but she's using a strong, aggressive bowling ball. And at the end, when it sees the friction, it just tips too hard.
Trying to kick it across the deck for the 7, but cannot convert. Takes the count instead. And on the bench, Stephanie Johnson sees that lead grow. She's in great shape to advance into the 7th frame. Was last year's gold the highlight for Team USA in your time with Stephanie?
It was actually. We lost to Korea in Vegas 2 years prior to that, and one thing that we did with our team coach Rod Ross at the ITRC International Training Research Center, we practiced on short, and for us to overcome that victory and win on the short pattern, we worked and trained for that moment, and we won it full and outright with Liz shooting 300 in that final match.
2-pin this time, trying to grow the lead. The 7th frame was looking for the turkey.
Now long oil pattern, so the ball has to stay on line. Definitely more left to right. She's right around board 11, where before she's about 2 or 3 boards inside of that. Enough surface on the bowling ball to get it to change direction, just enough. Help, help, help. 2-pin. Makeable spare.
Converts without a problem. Stat pack coming your way. Key numbers. Great start for Stephanie. The first 3. The double before the 9-pin spare in the 7th. Works on the spare here, 8th frame, 44-pin lead in the driver's seat. Can she finish? That's the question. Looks that way. She's locked in.
That is a fundamentally sound delivery. Sliding around 25-26. Controlling the pocket, hitting the 1-3. It's almost as if the girls are shooting the 3-pin spare, just keeping it directly on line. Really letting the ball do the work. Angles nice and tight. Arm swing right in front of them. Keep the ball in play.
Robin Purr in serious trouble.
Oh.
8-pin.
Oh, Dave, that hurt me. One of the toughest leaves for all the bowlers to leave. She's also about 25, keeps the ball on line, keeping it near that tracer mark. Wow, stone 8-pin. What happens is the 5-pin just doesn't go into the 8-pin itself, and the ball just passes it by. Almost whistle as it goes by.
Tough break. That was the 8 for her mark. Lee Jane Sin waits the winner of this match. Number 2 seed. Trying to climb the ladder. Sierra Restrepo of Colombia. Now lives in Louisville, Ohio, is the top seed.
Ninth frame, Tanya makes a great shot. Flat 10-pin though. She spares here. Let's look at this delivery. Footwork is so pristine. Same point of the arrow zone. Again, right on target. She's right around 12. She's been somewhat in that zone. 2 to 3 boards. Professionals will keep the ball within their target 1.25 inches every single time. That is on the outside and the inside.
There's the mark. Tanya, dual major at Wichita State in communications and psychology. At 26. She'll be back, no question about that. Right now, Stephanie's job is just to finish this one off and climb the ladder in match number 1. Huge lead. Works on a strike into the foundation frame.
And now Stephanie has a great lead against Tanya. She's most likely going to win this match, so she's going to make a ball change, kind of get a little information as what the lanes are doing. Maybe a different reaction, different motion as it's going through the pins.
Let's see how it responds. Pretty well, ring a 10-pin.
Yep, smoother transition of the ball going down the lane. She's not going to move much, going to stay in the same part of the lane that she has been in. 25, same part of the arrows, 16, 17, 18. Just inside, right around 13, 14, the ball is just going to make a subtle motion, but deflect slightly. The other ball she was using was rolling through the pins more aggressively. That one deflected.
Johnson has wrapped this match up. And there's the 10-pin. It's just a matter of the final score, but she will advance up the ladder. Lee Jane Sin from Perak, Malaysia, at 24 years old, awaits Stephanie Johnson in the next round.
She's going to stick with that same ball in the left lane. A little bit of information, a little guidance. Two 5 spare.
Not the pocket hit you wanted.
No, it was a great shot in the right lane. But that ball is either burning up and losing too much energy trying to get its way back towards the pocket.
.25 knocks it down for the spare. And Stephanie Johnson has wrapped up match number 1. Lee Jane Sin, the 2 seed from Malaysia, awaits Stephanie Johnson in her second match. Each player trying to get up to the top seed, Sierra Restrepo.